On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Fellow.
Someone who has the same job or interests as you, or is in the same class, profession, or situation as you.
Examples:
Junior fellow. Nice fellow. He is the kind of fellow who only works for his success.
Creature.
A living being, especially an animal.
Examples:
Creature of habit. Artificial creature. The deep-sea creature was unlike anything the scientists had ever seen before.
Pond.
A small, shallow lake.
Examples:
A garden pond. Pond water. The freshwater pond was home to many different types of fish and was a popular spot for fishing.
Scum.
A layer of unwanted or unclean material that forms on the surface of a liquid or a solid, often containing dirt, oil, or other debris, also used figuratively to describe undesirable people or groups.
Examples:
Bathtub scum. Scum of the earth. The scum on the pond's surface made seeing the fish swimming below difficult.
Lethal.
Causing or capable of causing death, extremely dangerous.
Examples:
Lethal injection. Lethal weapon. Malignant hypertension is the most lethal form of hypertension.
Poisonous.
Containing or producing toxic substances, harmful or dangerous to living beings, often causing illness, injury, or death, capable of causing serious harm or destruction.
Examples:
Poisonous plants. Poisonous chemicals. Some species of poisonous snakes can be deadly to humans if bitten.
Sting.
To cause a sharp, painful sensation or injury with a poison, venom, or other substance or by a physical action, such as a bite or prick.
Examples:
Sting me on the arm. Sting his face. Bees sting as a defense mechanism when they feel threatened.
Jellyfish.
A marine creature with a soft, jelly-like body and tentacles for stinging.
Examples:
Spineless jellyfish. Jellyfish sting. The beach was filled with hundreds of jellyfish, so swimming was not recommended.
Fundamental.
Forming an essential base or core from which everything else develops or is affected.
Examples:
Fundamental education. Fundamental rights. Human behavior has fundamental characteristics.
Mystery.
Something difficult to understand or explain, a secret or enigmatic quality that adds to the fascination or interest of something, A genre of fiction that involves the solution of a crime or a puzzle.
Examples:
Mystery novel. Unsolved mystery. The mystery surrounding the disappearance of the traveler has yet to be solved by authorities.
Fortunate.
Having good luck or lucky.
Examples:
Fortunate situation. Less fortunate person. He was pretty fortunate to pass the exam.
Curiosity.
A strong desire to know or learn about something.
Examples:
Boundless curiosity. Satisfy my intellectual curiosity. We are motivated by curiosity rather than necessity.
Critter.
A small or unimportant creature or animal, often used in a familiar or affectionate way.
Examples:
Cute critter. Wild critter. During their camping trip, the kids were excited to go critter hunting in the woods.
Bundle.
A group of things that are tied or wrapped together, a large amount or quantity of something, a package or parcel of things.
Examples:
Bundle of papers. Travel bundle. I tied up the bundle of newspapers and took them to the recycling center.
Chromosome.
A long and string-like DNA molecule containing the part or all of the genetic material of an organism that controls what an animal or plant is like.
Examples:
A sex chromosome. The end of chromosome. Human females normally have 2 X chromosomes.
Telomere.
A structure that protects the terminal regions of chromosome.
Examples:
Telomere length. Telomere protein. Cancer cells are thought to be able to proliferate indefinitely because of the activation of telomere synthase.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
Divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Consist.
To be composed or made up of.
Examples:
Consist mainly of cells. Consist only in knowing facts. This examination consists of 5 problems to solve.
Linear.
Of, relating to, or consisting of lines or length, able to be expressed as a straight line, especially on a graph.
Examples:
Linear trend. A linear equation. People tend to make linear predictions.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples.
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Segment.
A part or section of something, a distinct group within a larger whole.
Examples.
Segment analysis. Market segment. The report divided the data into segments based on age, gender, and income level.
Coding.
The process of writing or creating computer code, which is a set of instructions that tells a computer what to do to create software, websites, apps, and other digital products.
Examples.
Coding skills. Coding challenge. Coding boot camps have become a popular way to learn coding skills quickly.
Furious.
Extremely angry, full of rage.
Examples.
Furious anger. A furious sea. The coach was furious with the players for their lack of effort during the game.
Replenish.
To fill something that had previously been emptied.
Examples.
Replenish a reserve fund. Replenish my spirit. Please replenish my glass with some more wine.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples.
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Instruction.
Detailed direction, order, etc. on how to do or use something.
Examples.
Individual instruction. Follow his instructions. They needed further instruction to perform their duties efficiently.
Steady.
Firmly fixed, supported, or balanced, not shaking or moving.
Examples.
Steady increase. Take a steady job. The patient's vital signs are steady, indicating a stable condition.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples.
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples.
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Glitch.
A minor problem or malfunction, especially in a computer program, system, or machine.
Examples:
Computer glitch. Unanticipated glitch. The computer system had a minor glitch that caused a delay.
Fray.
To become worn or damaged at the edges or with use, to become angry or upset, especially in a public or noisy way, to fight or engage in conflict.
Examples:
Fray tempers. Fray our relationship. The edges of the old blanket had started to fray, so I decided to sew them up.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples:
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Inevitable.
Certain to happen and unavoidable.
Examples:
Inevitable changes of the seasons. Inevitable result. In times of recession, an increase in unemployment is inevitable.
Intact.
Undamaged and complete.
Examples:
Intact brain. Intact forest land. Despite the scandals, his reputation remained intact.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples:
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
March.
To walk militarily with stiff, regular steps.
Examples:
March against the war. March east. The troops marched shoulder to shoulder.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
Extraordinary ability, extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Carol.
A song or hymn typically sung at Christmas, often with a joyful or celebratory theme.
Examples:
Christmas carol, sing a carol. I love the sound of carols playing in the background while we decorate the Christmas tree.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design, series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Enzyme.
A substance produced by a living organism that acts as a catalyst to bring about a specific biochemical reaction.
Examples:
Enzyme reaction, lack of digestive enzymes. A deficiency in the enzyme can lead to a medical condition.
Telomerase.
An enzyme that is responsible for maintaining the length of telomeres, which are protective structures at the ends of chromosomes, and which prevents the shortening of telomeres during cell division, allowing cells to divide and replicate properly.
Examples:
Telomerase activity, telomerase inhibition. Studies have suggested that telomerase dysfunction may contribute to cellular aging.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Shorten.
To make something shorter in length, duration, or extent, to reduce the length of something, to make something briefer or more concise.
Examples:
Shorten the deadline. Shorten the sentence. I want to shorten my haircut before the summer heat arrives.
Wrinkle.
A small line or fold in something, especially fabric or the skin of the face, a minor difficulty.
Examples:
A fine wrinkle on a fabric. A facial wrinkle. This suit is made of wrinkle-proof material.
Attrition.
A process of weakening someone or something, especially an enemy, by continuously attacking or causing issues for them.
Examples:
A war of attrition. High attrition rates. They are attempting to prevent the attrition of their rights.
Contribute.
To give something, especially money or goods, to provide or achieve something together with other people.
Examples:
Contribute a large sum of money to the fund. Contribute to society. Government workers cannot contribute to political campaigns.
Cardiovascular.
Of or relating to the heart and blood vessels, equals tubes that carry blood around the body.
Examples:
Cardiovascular diseases. Cardiovascular tissue. Smoking places you at severe risk of cardiovascular and respiratory disease.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples:
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Alzheimer.
A neurodegenerative disease that causes memory loss, cognitive decline, and behavioral issues, is the most common cause of dementia in older adults.
Examples:
Alzheimer's brain. Alzheimer's risk factors. My grandmother has Alzheimer's disease, requires special care and attention from her caregivers.
Cancer.
Abnormal growth of cells that can invade and destroy surrounding tissues and organs. A disease characterized by the uncontrolled growth and spread of abnormal cells.
Examples:
Cancer diagnosis. Cancer research. Breast cancer is the most common type of cancer in women.
Diabetes.
A medical condition in which the body cannot produce enough insulin to control the glucose levels in the blood.
Examples:
Juvenile diabetes. Diabetes patient. My father was tested for diabetes.
Extend.
To broaden in scope, range, or area.
Examples:
Extend the warranty. Extend a line. Her visit will extend from Monday to Friday.
Dread.
To be very afraid of or worried about something that is going to happen or that might happen.
Examples:
Dread failure. Dread getting old. We all dread to think about what will happen if the company goes bankrupt.
No-brainer.
A decision or a problem that requires little or no thought because it is obvious what you should do.
Examples:
No-brainer product. Look like a no-brainer. The first question in the test was a complete no-brainer.
Renew.
To begin or resume something again after an interruption.
Examples:
Renew a contract. Renew its corporate image. I have to renew my passport by the middle of September.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples:
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Organic.
Pertaining to or derived from biological substance, producing plants and animals for food and other items without the use of synthetic chemicals.
Examples:
Organic soils. Eat organic food. Kidney is an organic component of the body.
Alas.
Also exclamation, an expression of grief, condolence, or regret that is used to acknowledge a situation or outcome that is unfortunate or disappointing.
Examples:
Alas, we did not win the game. Alas, I cannot attend the party. Alas, I realized I had left my keys at home and couldn't enter the building.
Genetics.
The branch of biology that studies genes, genetic variation, and heredity in organisms.
Examples:
The science of genetics. Genetics discrimination. He is a specialist in the genetics of aging.
Nudge.
To push someone or something gently, especially with your elbow, to attract the person's attention. Noun, a small push or prod to encourage a desired action or behavior.
Examples:
Nudge price levels up. Give a person a nudge. The teacher nudged the student to get his attention and asked him a question.
Nasty.
Very bad, unpleasant, or offensive.
Examples:
A nasty smell. Receive a nasty surprise. The weather turned nasty.
Dubious.
Having doubts or reservations, uncertain.
Examples:
Dubious credibility. Direct a dubious look. The evidence presented in court had a dubious origin, raising questions about its authenticity.
Maintenance.
The act or process of keeping something, either artificial materials or living things, in good condition, the money needed for a person's or family's living expenses.
Examples:
The maintenance of the car. Maintenance work. We have decided to extend our maintenance contract until next year.
Enormous.
Extremely large or great.
Examples:
Enormous amount. Enormous potential. Shakespeare's output of poetry was enormous.
Lifespan.
The length of time for which a person, animal lives, or thing exists.
Examples:
Lifespan extension. Lifespan retrieval curve. Generally speaking, men have a shorter lifespan than women.
Immortality.
The state or quality of being able to live or last forever.
Examples:
The immortality of the soul. Achieve immortality. Many people believe in the concept of immortality and an afterlife.
Span.
The entire length of something, such as time or space from beginning to end, the amount of space that something covers.
Examples:
The span of a bird's wings. The average lifespan. He slightly modified the span of training because it was just before a match.
Zest.
Enthusiasm, energy, or excitement, a quality that makes something enjoyable or interesting. The outer layer of citrus fruit which can be used to flavor food.
Examples:
Zest for life. Lemon zest. He discovered a new zest for running after completing a 10K race.
Opposition.
The act of disagreeing or resisting, the state of strong disagreement.
Examples:
Opposition campaign. Meet with opposition. The opposition party strongly disagreed with the government's proposed legislation.
Guzzle.
To drink something quickly, greedily, and usually in large amounts.
Examples:
Guzzle beer. Guzzle their food. They guzzled the cheap vodka.
Well-being.
The state of being happy and healthy and prosperous.
Examples:
The well-being of a nation. A sense of well-being. We are responsible for the care and well-being of all our employees.
Downside.
The negative aspects or consequences of something, the potential for loss or failure.
Examples:
Major downside. Downside of globalization. The downside of the new policy was that it would be more expensive for customers.
Minutely.
In an extremely precise or detailed manner, in tiny increments.
Examples:
Minutely detailed. Analyze minutely. She examined the document minutely to catch any errors.
Scrutinize.
To examine carefully and critically, to inspect closely.
Examples:
Scrutinize her belongings. Scrutinize a suspect. The detective scrutinized the evidence for any clues.
Teeny.
Extremely small, tiny.
Examples:
Teeny bit. So teeny tiny. The ring was so teeny that it almost looked like a toy.
Psychology.
The scientific study of mind and behavior.
Examples:
Psychology experiment. Psychology of crowd. She had a master's degree in psychology.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Chronic.
Being long-lasting and recurrent or characterized by long suffering, habitual.
Examples:
Risk of chronic disease. Chronic alcohol consumption. Chronic hyperglycemia is a trigger for a variety of serious diseases.
Overlook.
To fail to notice something, to watch over someone, to provide a view from above.
Examples:
Overlook a street. Overlook that fact. We cannot overlook an opportunity for great success.
Mortuary.
A place where dead bodies are kept, prepared, and stored before burial or cremation, a funeral home or a building or facility for handling deceased individuals.
Examples:
Mortuary services. Small town mortuary. I received the sad news that my uncle passed away, and his body was taken to the local mortuary.
Caregiving.
The act of providing care and support for someone who is ill, disabled, or elderly.
Examples:
Caregiving process. Caregiving responsibilities. She devoted her life to caregiving, looking after her aging parents.
Specifically.
Only associated with or meant for one thing.
Examples:
Designed specifically for men. For specifically American customers. This ad campaign is aimed specifically at young women.
Gut.
The long tube in the body of a person or animal through which food passes when it leaves the stomach, the mental strength or bravery required to do something difficult or unpleasant.
Examples:
The blind gut. Gut feelings. He told me a gut-wrenching truth about my parents' death.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Autism.
A developmental disorder characterized by difficulties in social interaction, verbal and nonverbal communication.
Examples:
High-functioning autism. Autism spectrum disorder. There is no cure for autism, but early intervention and therapy can improve outcomes for individuals with the condition.
Obvious.
Easy to see, discover, or understand.
Examples:
Obvious reasons. His conclusion was obvious. There are obvious differences between the two wine-producing regions.
Prolong.
To extend the duration or length of something, particularly a period of time or an event.
Examples:
Prolong the agony. Measures to prolong the lifespan. We need to prolong the meeting for another hour to discuss all the issues.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Minuscule.
Extremely small, tiny.
Examples:
Minuscule amount. Minuscule letters. This or emits minuscule quantities of radiation.
Molecular.
Of or relating to molecules, equals a group of two or more atoms held together by attractive forces known as chemical bonds.
Examples:
Molecular structure. Molecular biology. Molecular weight is the sum of all the atoms.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Suddenly.
Quickly and unexpectedly.
Examples:
Suddenly attacked by an enemy. Die suddenly. Who answers suddenly knows little.
Strike.
To wallop somebody or something with the hand, fist, or weapon, to have an emotional or cognitive impact upon.
Examples:
Strike up a conversation. Strike a blow. We strike to achieve more wages and safer working conditions.
Overdrive.
A gear in a vehicle that allows the engine to operate at a higher speed than the vehicle's speed, resulting in greater fuel efficiency and smoother driving. Verb, to drive or work too hard.
Examples:
Atrial overdrive pacing. Go into overdrive. The car's overdrive function allows it to shift into a higher gear for better fuel efficiency on the highway.
Scatter.
To cause to separate and go in different directions.
Examples:
Scatter seeds. Scatter around the internet. The hunter's approach scattered the geese.
Gasp.
To inhale sharply and audibly, often in response to strong emotion or sensation. To catch one's breath suddenly, often due to shock or surprise.
Examples:
Gasp for air. Gasp in shock. The audience gasped when the magician made the rabbit disappear from the hat.
Gradient.
The degree or rate of incline or decline along a physical or abstract line, a gradual progression.
Examples:
Gradient descent. Economic gradient. The road's gradient was steep, making it challenging for cyclists.
Perceive.
To become aware or conscious of something through the senses.
Examples:
Perceive a threat. Perceive light. Australia is widely perceived as having low levels of corruption.
Unheard.
Not heard, listened to, or noticed, not having been brought to public attention.
Examples:
An unheard story. Previously unheard of economic development. The unheard melody was beautiful and touched everyone's hearts.
Victim.
A person who has been harmed, injured, or otherwise negatively affected by a particular action, circumstance, or event.
Examples:
Victim support. Victim compensation. The victim of the crime deserves justice and support to recover from the trauma.
Untimely.
Happening at an inappropriate or unfortunate time.
Examples:
Die an untimely death. Untimely snowfall in May. The untimely arrival of the storm ruined their plans for a picnic.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Rev.
A measure of the rate at which an engine or motor rotates, often expressed in revolutions per minute, RPM. Verb, to increase the number of rotations per minute.
Examples:
Low rev engine. Rev up the crowd. He stepped on the gas pedal, and the engine released a loud rev.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Threat.
A strong indication or likelihood of harm, danger, or adverse consequences. An expression of intent to inflict harm or injury on someone or something, often made as a means of coercion or intimidation.
Examples:
Economic threat. Environmental threat. The threat of severe weather prompted the city to issue an evacuation warning.
Insight.
The ability to gain an accurate and deep understanding of people or situations, an accurate and deep understanding of what something is like.
Examples:
A profound insight. Share my insights. We gained various insights by analyzing the vast amount of data owned by the company.
Initial.
Of or happening at the beginning, noun, the first letter of a word, especially a person's name.
Examples:
Initial velocity. An initial letter. They took the initial step toward reconciliation.
Infectious.
Able to be passed quickly from one person, animal, or plant to another, especially through air or water.
Examples:
An infectious fever. Person's smile is infectious. Leprosy is an indolent infectious disease.
Confirm.
To support or establish the truth or certainty of something previously believed or suspected to be the case.
Examples:
Confirm the diagnosis. Confirm a transaction. Please write to confirm your reservation.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Dementia.
A severe decline in cognitive function, especially memory, as a result of disease or injury.
Examples:
Dementia patients probably have dementia. The study found that regular exercise can help to prevent the onset of dementia in older age.
Improvisation.
The act of making something up on the spot or creating or performing something without preparation.
Examples:
Improvisation on stage. Jazz improvisation. He created a beautiful piece of music using only improvisation.
Meditation.
The act of focusing one's mind on a particular object or thought, activity to train attention and achieve a mentally clear and emotionally calm and stable state.
Examples:
Meditation training. Religious meditation. The meditation instructor guided the group through the relaxation and breathing exercises.
Attitude.
The way you think and feel about someone or something.
Examples:
Attitude toward mistakes. Attitude control. She had the attitude that work was fun.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
Have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Typical.
Having the usual characteristics or traits of a specific group of things.
Examples:
Typical leader. Fairly typical symptoms. This artwork is typical of her work.
Automatically.
Without needing a direct human control.
Examples:
Record driving automatically. Automatically adjusted. Our subscription plan is automatically renewed.
Vessel.
A ship or large boat.
Examples:
Blood vessels. Naval vessels. The vessel arrived in port the following day.
Constrict.
To make something narrow or tight, often restricting movement or flow, to become narrow or tighter.
Examples:
Constrict blood vessels. Constrict freedom. The snake's muscles began to constrict around its prey.
Hormone.
A chemical substance made by organs that encourages or influences the development, growth, sex, etc., of an animal and is carried around the body in the blood.
Examples:
Hormone secretion. Female hormone. The doctor diagnosed me with a hormone disorder.
Cortisol.
A hormone produced by the adrenal gland that is involved in regulating the body's metabolism, immune system, and blood pressure.
Examples:
cortisol stress, excessive cortisol. Cortisol levels in the body are often elevated during times of stress.
Creep.
To move slowly, quietly, and carefully, usually to avoid being seen or heard.
Examples:
creep along the leaf, creep toward the mouse. Aging creeps up slowly with time.
Persistent.
Continuing firmly or obstinately in the course of action, despite difficulty or opposition, lasting or enduring without fading or being lost over time.
Examples:
persistent cough, persistent data. Despite the setbacks, he remained persistent in his pursuit of his dreams.
Damp.
Slightly wet or moist, characterized by a lack of warmth, enthusiasm, or energy, depressing or dispiriting.
Examples:
damp cloth, damp weather. The clothes were still damp after being in the dryer for an hour.
Tackle.
To try to deal with a complex problem or situation.
Examples:
tackle the issue, help tackle climate change. The government is determined to tackle sharp inflation.
Energize.
To give energy or vitality to someone or something, to invigorate.
Examples:
energize the body, energize a team. The motivational speaker energized the crowd with their words.
Spike.
A narrow, thin, pointed piece of metal, wood, etc., a sudden large increase in the magnitude or concentration of something.
Examples:
to spike, to prevent blood sugar spikes. The recent spike in grain prices is partly due to the war in the producing countries.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
intense heat, develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Startling.
Extremely surprising, astonishing, and sometimes worrying.
Examples:
startling earthquake shocks, startling discovery. He describes the story with startling reality.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
emotional health, emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Neglect.
To not give enough care or attention to something, to leave something undone.
Examples:
neglect to call, neglect ethical issues. He neglected his health to make the project a success.
Exposure.
The state of being in a particular situation or place where there is no protection from or guarantee to something harmful, the disclosure of something secret.
Examples:
A southern exposure. The exposure of a fraud. The long exposure to the air tarnished the antique tableware.
Violent.
Involving or caused by physical force or aggression against someone or something.
Examples:
Victim of a violent crime. Violent incident. The protesters became violent when the police tried to disperse them.
Bully.
A person who uses strength or power to harm or intimidate those who are weaker. Verb, to intimidate, harass, or mistreat someone weaker or less powerful.
Examples:
Bully bystander. Bully the weak. The schoolyard bully terrorized the other children and made their lives miserable.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
Systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Zone.
A specific area, region, or section that is marked off or defined in some way.
Examples:
Time zone. Zone defense. He was reluctant to leave his comfort zone and try something new.
Consistent.
Always behaving or happening in the same way, or having the same thoughts, standards, etc.
Examples:
Do on a consistent basis. Get consistent results. You are not consistent in your behavior.
Flip.
To turn over into a different position quickly, to throw or toss with a light motion.
Examples:
Flip over the pork chop. Flip a coin. He flipped when he heard that he had been accepted into the university.
Tight.
Fixed, fastened, or kept together firmly or closely.
Examples:
A tight game. Student on a tight budget. The national election was held amid tight security.
Knit.
To make a garment or fabric by interlocking loops of yarn with needles or a machine.
Examples:
Knit my eyebrows. Knit a pair of socks. The grandmother knit a warm sweater for her grandchild.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Lifelong.
Lasting for the whole of someone's life.
Examples:
Lifelong career. Lifelong commitment. He had a lifelong love of reading and spent hours daily with a book.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Interconnect.
To connect similar things.
Examples:
Directly interconnect with those systems. Human activities interconnect with the environment. Our system can now interconnect with other databases.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Brim.
The top edge of a cup, bowl, or other containers, a circular projecting edge at the bottom of a hat.
Examples:
The brim of a hat. The pelvic brim. The glass was filled to the brim with beer.
Sake.
Purpose, reason for wanting something done.
Examples:
For your own sake. For the sake of argument. He got a new job for the sake of his family.